Hi, welcome to my channel The IMS. You know, in this channel I upload videos on English grammar, and in my every lesson I try to give you the best. But though if you have any questions and query, you may comment in the comment section. Okay, so here I give you a permission. Using may in this sentence, you may comment. I give you a permission to do comment. Okay, so our today's lesson is about the uses of may and might. Okay, so may I start? Okay, see, here are some examples. See the first one, may I come in, sir? Okay, we all know this sentence, right? Because in our school days we all have used this sentence. May I come in, sir? To ask a permission, right? Asking for a permission, we use this sentence. May I come in, sir? Okay. And may is used in formal situation. Okay, we use this sentence in our school days to enter a classroom when we are asking for a permission from our teacher. Okay, so it's a formal situation, and here you can't use can or could. Okay, though can and could are used asking for a permission. You have learned in my previous video of can and could, right? Because here the situation is formal, and so here may is used, only may is used. Though could can be called formal, but may is more formal, and could, it's better to say could semi-formal. Okay, and may is formal and can is informal. Okay, and you know formal means when you talk with our teacher, with our boss at office, right? That's not casual. Okay, when the relation is not casual, so it's formal, and in such type of formal situation only may is used to ask a permission. Okay, and when the answer is in positive, then it will be like this: yes, you may come in. Okay, so here may is used to give the permission, right? And when the answer is in negative, then it will be like this: no, you may not come in. Okay, so here may is used to deny the permission, right? So we have seen that may is used to ask a permission, to give a permission, and also to deny a permission. But remember this thing, may is used in formal situation. Okay, now see the next example, may I get a leave tomorrow? Okay, so it's also asking for a permission, right? Here I ask for a permission, here I ask a leave, right? May I get a leave tomorrow? Here I ask for a leave. Okay, so suppose maybe here I am an employee. Okay, and I ask for a leave. Okay, so from my boss. Okay, so here I use may to ask this permission. Clear? Now if the answer is in positive, then it will be yes, you may, or if the answer is negative, then it will be no, you may not. Okay, now let's see how to use may and might for possibilities. See the first example, Jane may be at home now. Here is a possibility that Jane is at home now. Okay, so here to express this possibility I use may. Suppose you and Jane are classmates and you are at college, but Jane is not present there. Okay, then your teacher asks to you, where is Jane? And you replies that Jane may be at home now. Okay, you are not sure where is Jane, but you expresses a possibility using may in this sentence, that Jane may be at home now. Okay, and it sounds more formal. Okay, because you use may. Now see this same sentence using might. Jane might be at home now. This sentence also expresses possibility, and here I use might, right? Because may and might are interchangeable. You can use may or you can use might, both are correct. But here is a little difference, that may expresses strong possibility and might expresses less certainty. Okay, but may and might are both interchangeable. You can use may or you can use might. Okay, now see the second example, your baby may be hungry. Okay, Suppose you are at shopping with your baby, okay, and suddenly your baby is crying. Then a woman beside you who is also doing her shopping tells you that your baby may be hungry, okay. That's why she is or he is crying, okay. So the woman is not sure that why your baby is crying, but here is a possibility. She expresses a possibility in this sentence using may. Your baby may be hungry, okay. So here is a possibility. It's not sure, but maybe your baby is hungry. That's why she or he is crying, okay. So may is used here to express a possibility. Now see the same sentence using might. Your baby might be hungry, okay. So you can use may or might. They mean the same thing, okay. So may and might are interchangeable. You can write your baby may be hungry or your baby might be hungry, okay. Both are correct. Okay, now see for past possibilities the use of might have, okay. See the example, I might have left my purse at home. Here I use might have because it expresses a past possibility. I might have left my purse at home, okay. Suppose you are going to your office by train and you need money to buy ticket, okay. Then but you can't find your purse, okay. Then you say to yourself that I might have left my purse at home, okay. Or someone standing beside you says that you can't find your purse. Then he or she tells you that you might have left your purse at home, okay. So it expresses a past possibility. Clear? Now see that you can use may have instead of might have to express past possibility. Here see I use may have for this same sentence, okay. I may have left my purse at home, okay. You can use also may have to express this past possibility. Now see could have, using could have you can also write this sentence, I could have left my purse at home, because could have also expresses a past possibility, okay. Could have and then the past participle, that's called V3, right. So you can use might have or may have or could have. They are interchangeable, okay. They mean the same thing, okay. For past possibilities you can use might have or may have or could have and then the V3, okay. Clear? So these are the uses of may and might we have learned today. Hope it's clear to you and you are enjoying my class. If you are enjoying, then please subscribe my channel and you can share also. I'll be back soon with my next video. Till then, take care and bye.